Time has a way of escaping us like sand just when we think we can hold it. We see the clock and find numbers. We search our past and find only memories. We gaze at the future and discover only hope or worry. But could it be that this whole thing, the ticking, the flowing, the anticipation, is just an illusion? We are taught that time is a straight line, that it runs like a stream from a start to a finish. But what if that's wrong? What if time stays still and we are the ones who are passing through it? A mystery is tucked inside every single second, a quietness under all motion. You can't measure it with watches or schedules. It is measured by awareness, by how much you are truly alive in this very moment. Maybe time isn't a place we exist inside. Maybe it's something that exists inside of us. And in the quiet words of the ancient thinkers, in the old writings of Ibn Arabi, we find a clue to this mystery. He didn't talk about time as a count of minutes. He called it a reflection of our own mind. He viewed it not as a master controlling us, but as a glass where we see ourselves. One teaching suggests that time is the very breath of God. If that's the case, then no moment ever fades away. Instead, it is being made new right now over and over. What happens if you quit running after time and just pay attention to it? What is time, really, except the feeling of motion over a deep quietness we can't quite see? You get up, you get older, you are different. But what is the part of you that sees all this happening? What is that place inside you that says, I used to be, or I will be? That place is fixed. That place is always in the present. This is the puzzle that wise thinkers like Ibn Arabi showed us. Time as we experience it isn't solid. It's not a thing, not a box, not a moving river. It is a way of seeing, a filter, a method our mind uses to watch God's plan reveal itself. And we can change that filter. In Ibn Arabi's lessons, time isn't a straight line, it has layers. It isn't a string pulled from yesterday to tomorrow, but a coil, a wheel inside of other wheels. Every instant contains all of history within it. He named this the ever-renewed creation, al-Khalq al-Jadid. This means God didn't just make the world once and leave. God is making everything new all the time, second by second, breath by breath. For Ibn Arabi, each new moment is a new showing of God's qualities. Al-Baqi, the one who always stays, is hidden behind Al-Fani, the thing that fades. Time isn't just the setting, it is the platform where God's own qualities show themselves. This means what we call the past is only a memory happening in the present. What we call the future is only an idea trembling in this one moment. The now is the only thing that is real, and even the now, he explains, is gone before it fully appears. When the mystic releases their grip on time, they don't get lost. They find awareness. In the deep sea of these mystical ideas, Ibn Arabi is like a tall tower. He isn't there to guide you to land. He is there to tell you there is no land to find, only the great water to become part of. He showed that time is not a force outside of you. It is a part of your own consciousness. The more you wake up, the more the trick of time fades away. From his perspective, the universe is being made new by God in every single moment. He called this Tajdid al-Khalq, the remaking of creation with every single breath. To get this is to get that nothing really lasts. Not your sorrow, not your happiness, not even who you think you are. Anything you try to grab is already vanished. The second you put a name on it, it's different. The only thing that doesn't change is change itself. And the only true thing that stays is the one that is forever, the divine. Ibn Arabi didn't describe now as a quick flash between yesterday and tomorrow. He described it as the center point that all of existence spins around. It is the eternal instant, the waqt, where God shows himself to the world. And that very instant, he explained, is living inside you. In one of his poems, he said, "In all of time, there is only his face. Everything else fades, but he stays." For him, feeling time wasn't about counting hours or weeks. It was about being aware about how deeply you could see. It was about how close your spirit was to the one who is never changed by time. So to wake up to time in the way Ibn Arabi talks about is to wake up to the divine as it moves. It is to see every second not as a tick on a clock, but as a reflection of God's endless kindness revealing itself. Picture this. A person is at a potter's wheel forming a piece of clay, but this isn't just mud. It is alive. It has a voice. It can recall the time before it had this shape. And every spin of the wheel, every push from the potter's fingers isn't breaking it. It's revealing it. Now think of yourself as that pot. You are passing through moments just like that shape passes through the heat. You believe you are getting old, you are different, you are losing things. But the reality is you are being shown bit by bit, layer after layer. In this way, time is not wearing you down. It is shaping you into a work of art. The heat isn't hurting you. It's allowing you to be seen. This is the way the mystic understands time, not as a foe, but as a creator, not as something that steals, but as something that teaches. A person was traveling in the woods and kept asking, why doesn't God reveal himself? He passed a tree that was bright with red and gold leaves. He felt a wind that seemed to speak without a noise. He noticed the quiet gap between the songs of birds. He didn't hear an answer. He moved on. He didn't know that God had been answering him again and again. The answer was in time, in the beauty, in the changing second that shows the unchanging source of all. If he had just paused, if he had seen not with his vision but with his spirit, he could have understood that time itself was the voice of God, gentle, always present, opening up just like this moment, just like you. Yes, you, the one here in this moment. You have probably spent your life acting like time was hunting you. You have due dates, things you wish you'd done differently, and you're always waiting for the perfect chance. But what if time was never hunting you at all? What if it was calling to you? Calling you to stop, to pay attention, to know that each inhale is a new beginning. Every quiet space you find is a note meant for you. You don't exist inside time. Time exists inside of you. And when you become truly still, not just with your body, but with your mind, you start to sense it. The deep quiet that was here all along. This quiet is not a void. It is a completeness that has no shape. It is the holy present. The whack that Ibn Arabi mentioned, where all things fall away except for what is true. So shut your eyes for a moment. Don't do it to run away. Do it to see better. Pay attention not with your hearing, but with your whole self. The planet will continue to turn. The clocks will continue to mark the minutes. But you can step into a place where those things don't rule you. This isn't make-believe. This is remembering who you are. This is the very thing that wise people have always tried to show us. Curtain of time cannot be pulled back by force. It only lifts when you stop struggling with it and just let it become clear like glass. You haven't missed your chance. You are not ahead of schedule. You are perfectly on time because you are made of time. And time, at its very center, is the light of God shining through your spirit. There is nothing you need to run after. Not yesterday, which is only a tale you tell yourself. Not tomorrow, which is like the edge of the world that moves away as you walk to it. Not even this very second, which slips away as you try to catch it. All there is this, a deep, silent understanding, a rhythm under your thinking, a being that exists before everything else happens. This is what the great thinkers have always asked us to join. It is not a solution, but a place to be. It is not an end, but a new direction. It is not a system of thought, but a way of living. The clock will not pause for you, but you can pause inside the moment. You can relax into the true beat of life. You can melt into the space between your breaths, the quiet under the noise, the seeing behind your eyes. And when you finally do this, when you release the thought that time is a thing to be counted, controlled, or defeated, you might just find that the eternal has been here all along. Patiently, seeing and speaking in a soft voice. Now I will become quiet, because sometimes being silent says more than words ever could. If a part of you feels this, if a part of you is still paying attention, let that part lead you. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos.